Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wrong Number. I'm Pen, and I'll be your host on this adventure. Alright, let's get into this. I follow after him with a large smile on my face. We head past the gates and step into the stadium. Concrete walls and pillars surround us as we walk in circles trying to find our seats. We pass a couple of identical looking kiosks and vending machines. Everything looks the same. The only way of telling that we've actually moved around are the big black signs written on the walls to tell us which seating area we are near.
Man, it's been a while since I was last here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I used to come here with my ex quite a bit.
Oh. We're talking about exes now, are we?
Oh, yeah? And who did she barrack for?
Essendon.
Oh. I don't know what that is. I groan with disapproval, which gets a laugh out of Xander.
No wonder she's your ex.
Oh. I know, right? You get given a fake number, your friend ditches you for a Tinder date, and your ex is an Essendon supporter. There must be something wrong with how you pick the people in your life. Xander suddenly stops in his tracks. I may have hit a sore spot. Xander quickly averts his gaze, but I still notice the irritation on his face. Don't say that. He turns and quickens his pace. Deja vu? Did something like this happen before? We eventually find our seats, all the way up on level 3, right in the middle of a row. Carefully scoot past the other spectators as they lift their knees to their chests or stand in place to let us through. Once seated, although the stadium is overflowing with cheers and noise, silence between Xander and me is uncomfortable. Hey, you alright? He shuffles in his seat. Yeah. He's obviously annoyed about what I said earlier, but doesn't seem to want to talk about it. If he's going to act this way all night, I won't be able to enjoy the game. Are you pissed about what I said earlier? Xander lets out a heavy sigh as he straightens his back, rolling his shoulders as if the very question itself has caused some kind of muscle tension. He turns to me, ready to speak, but instead he holds his tongue and decides to just groan. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, but it's kind of awkward now. I'll apologize if I upset you, but I want you to know why I'm apologizing at least. Although we sit in the stadium full of loud spectators, the silence between us deafens the cheers around me. Xander must feel it too. Alright, fuck it.
My relationships never last.
I wonder if that's a reflection of him in the bedroom. Why would you say that?
And I don't just mean when it comes to dating. I used to have this really close-knit group of friends in high school, but after graduating, we all went off to different unis. Some of us got girlfriends, some got jobs, and I don't know, eventually we all drifted apart.
I cannot relate to that at all. I have never had a tight-knit group of friends that I had from school. Because I went to like 18 or 20 different schools between like year 1 primary school all the way through to year 11 when I quit going to school. I did have a tight-knit group of adult friends, but they were all shitty, and I'm kind of glad that they all left. So, well, they didn't leave, I left. Let's be clear, I left because it was gross. I nod and give an acknowledging, things are about to get heavy, aren't they?
I didn't mind so much because I had a girlfriend, but she ended up leaving me too after we started uni.
Oh, why?
And the girl I dated after her left me after, what, a month?
You're a person that has trouble being by yourself, aren't you?
I really just want to make the person I date happy. I do what I can to be the ideal boyfriend, but I've been told time and time again that what I do isn't enough.
Oh my god. That's not how you're supposed to go into a relationship. You're supposed to do what you can do and what you are good at doing, and then match your partner's energy. You put in when they can't, you do less when you can't, and hopefully you have a partner that does the same. You should not be changing yourself to fit someone else's standards. No.
So I'll try even harder. And then I get told I'm suffocating
No.
to be with.
That would be suffocating. He pauses as if waiting for me to say something, but I don't know what to offer. Sympathy, sage words of advice. I just grunt to let him know I'm listening. What else can I do?
Lately, sorry.
Xander takes a second to compose himself.
I've just felt like there might be something wrong with me.
Oh, god damn it.
What am I doing wrong?
You're trying to change yourself for someone else instead of being you and finding the people that you're like. I don't know. Does he have some kind of abandonment issues or something? I know I should have taken that psychology elective in high school. I not to acknowledge him, but remain silent this time. Which makes things even more awkward when Xander turns to me again, waiting for me to bestow words of wisdom upon him.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
He slumps back into his seat. Exactly. I didn't expect you to have any sage advice on this topic. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. Sirens ring throughout the stadium. The game has already started, and I can't concentrate on what's happening down on the field. The atmosphere is bombed, and it's going to bother me if I don't lift Xander's mood soon. I let out a sigh and place a comforting hand on his knee. Let's put some #worthy advice out of my ass.
Xander, let's admit that we haven't known each other for very long, but I'm seeing you in this vulnerable state, and I don't think there's anything wrong with you.
No, there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable.
Listen, there is never anything wrong with a person when they're trying their best for other people.
Exactly.
But you have to remember that above thinking about all your friends and girlfriends, you should be thinking about yourself.
Yes. This is good
If you're going
advice.
to spend all your energy worrying about why your exes left you, then you won't have the energy left to spend enjoying your time with the people beside you.
Yep.
Well, in this instance, that would be me. Yours truly.
Yep.
You always find a way to make things about you, Luca.
I mean, right now, there's just two of you, and one of you is having a bad day, and the other one just wants to not have a bad day.
What can I say? It's a talent.
Yeah,
But my point is, there's nothing wrong with you, Xander.
exactly. Xander shuffles uncomfortably in his seat. I don't know if he buys what I'm saying, but his silence tells me he's at least considering it. Then why do all my relationships end so badly? I shrug. How the fuck am I supposed to know? I don't know. You probably just haven't met the right person yet. I know that's a generic answer, but what else could I say? That is the truth, though. He groans before leaning forward, resting his arms on his knees. I've been cheated on twice. Oh my god! Wow, sucks to be him. My god, Luca, you're an asshole! I used to think I was bad at picking him, but if this keeps happening and I'm the common denominator, then obviously I'm the issue, right? It's probably a codependency issue or an abandonment issue. The fact that you're clinging so hard to somebody who then goes and cheats on you and you're doing it repeatedly, it's definitely a I can't be by myself, so I'll settle for something that doesn't make me happy issue. I can definitely say that that is probably the cause of this. That's less on you and more on your exes, don't you think? Oh, it's obviously so terrible to be with that they ended up cheating, though. No. If you were a terrible person, then they should have broken up with you. Or better yet, their friends would have convinced them to break up with you. But Xander, don't blame yourself or make excuses for someone else's bad behavior. Exactly! I'm not interested in dating anyone, but even I wouldn't cheat. Eyes shifting between the ground and me, Xander ruffles his hair as if it will help shake the bad thoughts away. It doesn't. He turns to face me with a serious expression. Have you ever been cheated on? I shake my head. I just said I'm not interested in seriously dating anyone. I don't do relationships. What do you mean? I told you when we first met, I bang whoever wants to have a good time. The crowd cheers, not for me, but for the goal scored by one of the teams. We've been talking for so long, it feels like we've missed the whole game, when in fact it's still only the first quarter. Now, wasn't that about your sexual preference? It's my lifestyle preference. Xander cringes as he recoils a little. So you sleep with anyone that wants to have sex with you?
Yeah.
Are you keen?
No.
No, that's not what I didn't mean. Fuck, Luca, do you ever turn off the Casanova smiles? Hardly ever. Anyway, that's just me. Random one-night stands aren't really your thing, though, are they? He lets out a sigh while shaking his head. Well, what exactly are you looking for, then? What am I looking for? Something like... Size room to the seat in front of us. They eventually stop in a pair of lovebirds. I want something like what they have. He points to the couple sitting 2 rows in front of us. Girl with blonde hair is resting her head upon her boyfriend's shoulder. She perks her head up and whispers something into his ear, which elicits a laugh out of him before he gives her a quick kiss. Lifting their hands up, I can see now that their fingers are interlocked. He pulls her hand up to his lips and places another kiss on the back of her hand. How sweet. Like that couple? Yes, going out to footy together, holding hands. You can hold my hand. He scoffs while pushing me away with a little force. Although he rolls his eyes away, a smile on his lips tells me that he was at least a little bit fond of my offer. Didn't you just say you don't date people? Friends can hold hands. He chuckles while rubbing the back of his neck. There's a pinkish hue to his skin. Oh, he's embarrassed. I want to embarrass him some more. No, don't do that. Friends with benefits can hold more than just hands. His eyes widen as he leans back. I told you you're not my type. I know. What a shame. My attention shifts back to the couple in front of us. Sure enough, they seem to be in love. So, someone you can hold hands out in public with? Yeah, someone I can spend time with and make laugh. I follow his comment with a flat-toned laugh. Mate, will you stop that? He shoves me with more force than before, bumping me into the person sitting next to me. I apologize, only to be greeted with an annoyed grunt. Sorry. Whacking Xander's leg to show that I blame him for the neighbor's disapproval, he snickers before mimicking my actions and whacking my arm to shift the blame back on me. Serves you right. He returns to observing the couple ahead. They're pointing at the players and following the game, while snuggling up, nice and close to one another. So that's the kind of relationship you want, eh? Sure, they look cute right now, but we don't know what they're like behind closed doors. Just as the words leave my mouth, another figure enters the picture of the couple we're observing. A tall, dark, and handsome guy tight wraps his arms around the boyfriend's shoulder. The blonde looks over and smiles. Her assumed boyfriend turns and gives the man a kiss on the lips. Xander's eyes widen. The second man shuffles past them and takes a seat next to the girl. He rests his arm around her shoulders and leans in for a passionate smooch. Okay, so they're poly, I'm assuming? How envious. So that's the kind of relationship you want. How greedy. Wait, no, I didn't. The red hue of his embarrassment causes me to burst out laughing. Well, maybe you're more adventurous than I thought. I didn't know a three-way was on the table. He punches my arms and tells me to shut up, which had the opposite effect. Now I can't stop laughing. Fuck you, man. I'm going to get a beer. Okay, if you see any cute guys or girls along the way, you want to invite to join us, I'm up for anything. He rolls his eyes before giving me the finger. His embarrassment is cute. For me, open relationships like that are no big deal. But for someone like Xander, who says I was the first person he came out to, a stranger he had met on the day, seeing thruples like that in front of his eyes must be a real shock. Like when a child that believes in the tales of Santa meets a man dressed in a Santa costume for the first time, their eyes light up. Being able to see something in the flesh can help clear any doubt or confusion a person may have. Guess that's why he keeps contacting me. Continue watching the throuple. They seem to get along well. The one in the middle is getting the best of both sides. Lucky. I'm not one for being in a relationship, but I can appreciate when people are having a good time. After several minutes, Xander returns with 2 beers in his hands. Thirsty? He gestures for me to take one. For you. For me? I graciously accept his offer. After all, who's going to say no to a free beer? Yeah, as thanks. Thanks for what? I don't know, talking to me? His statement sounds so dumb. I'll re-say that. His statement is so dumb that a short chuckle escapes my lips. I don't have a lot of friends I can talk to about this kind of stuff. You know, my issues. Most of the time, things get awkward and someone tries to change the subject. But you listened, and although you kept interrupting me like an ass, a mighty fine ass, as I was saying, interrupted me like an ass, I feel better after chatting with you. The fact that Xander feels the need to thank me for simply lending him an ear amazes me. I guess I don't mind having someone rely on me a little. Let's be honest, this gives me a bit of a power trip. I hold my plastic beer cup and wait for him to tap his own against mine. Anytime, friend, and my friend, cheers. He clumsily taps his drink to mine, spilling some of the head over the rim of the cup. We return to watching the footy game, occasionally glancing down towards the throuple. I know which scene I find more interesting to watch. So many days. Okay. Well, this is going to be an interesting outro music. So, I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and join the embarrassments, which is what I call my community. And I hope you're having a great day, wherever you're at in your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!